Time seemed to slow down. Casillas, rooted to the spot initially, now charged out bravely. Robben's shot looked destined for goal, but somehow Casillas managed to stretch his foot out, sending the ball inches wide of the post. Robben sank to his knees in disbelief, knowing how close he'd come to glory. In the 77th minute, a close-range effort from Villa was blocked, and it led to a Spain corner. Sergio Ramos came close to scoring from the corner, but he put the ball over the crossbar despite being totally unmarked in the box. A few minutes later, Robben found himself in a one-on-one situation again after he outmuscled Puyol, but he didn't even get his shot away because Casillas came off his line early enough and wrapped his body around the ball. After the ball had gone, Robben could be seen yelling in Webb's ear as he felt he should have been given a free kick and Puyol should have been sent off for what he thought was a foul. For his protests, the ringer was shown a yellow card. Anyway, after that chance went begging, it became obvious that we wouldn't see any goals in that half. And indeed, that was what happened. It was 0-0 after 90 minutes, so the game went to extra time. Now, you would notice that we haven't really mentioned Andres Iniesta's name in this game. Well, that's because he waited until extra time to come alive. In the opening 5 minutes of extra time, Iniesta sent a defense-splitting pass through to Cesc Fabregas, who had come on for Xabi Alonso in the 87th minute. Fabregas, who was one-on-one with the keeper, had a chance to pass or shoot. He chose to shoot, but Stekelenburg saved. The next moment, Matthijssen came close to scoring for the Netherlands from the corner, but he wasn't able to keep his header down. Then, in the 101st minute, Dutch hearts were in their mouths when Jesus Navas shot at goal. It would have been an easy save, but the shot was deflected off Van Bronckhorst, and it wrong-footed the goalkeeper. Thankfully, though, it only hit the side netting. That was a mighty relief. Moments before the end of the first half of extra time, Fabregas danced through the Netherlands' defence, but he was unable to find the target. So, halfway through extra time, there was still no goal on the board for either team. But everything was bound to change in the second period, as the second half of extra time was off to a flying start. In the opening 5 minutes, Xavi found Iniesta with a lovely pass, and he was through on goal, but he was pulled down by John Heitinga just outside the box, so he was shown a second yellow. Iniesta was almost certainly going to score from that chance, so it made sense that Heitinga was sent off. But it turned out to be a worthy sacrifice from the Dutch defender at that moment, because Xavi was unable to even find the target from the resulting free kick. Then, in the 115th minute, the Netherlands got their own free kick. It was miles away, but Sneijder attempted a shot on goal. The ball took a deflection, and Casillas had to get a fingertip on it to stop it from going in. Then came the 116th minute. Torres crossed. A Dutch defender blocked it, but the ball fell kindly to Fabregas. One quick pass, and Iniesta, like a ghost between defenders, stood waiting. One touch to control, one strike to make history. The net rippled. For a split second there was silence, then eruption. And in that moment, Andres Iniesta gave his country a memory that would last forever. Iniesta took off his shirt, racing toward the corner flag, overwhelmed by emotion. He was instantly surrounded by teammates, coaches and substitutes flooding onto the pitch. Cameras captured emotional fans celebrating wildly. The joy in that moment wasn't just felt on the pitch, but by millions across Spain and beyond. The writing on his shirt read, "Danny Harker, always with us," a heartfelt tribute to his late friend and former teammate who had died just a year earlier. Of course, Iniesta was booked for taking off his shirt, but he definitely didn't care a tiny bit. He had just scored the greatest goal in Spanish football history, and that instantly turned him into a legend in his home country. To show you how much this game elevated his status in Spain, 5 years after, Iniesta became the first Spanish player to receive a standing ovation from the Santiago Bernabeu home crowd while playing a game for Barcelona against Real Madrid. You see, because of that one goal against the Netherlands in the 2010 World Cup final, even the deadliest of rivalries are put aside to pay respect to the magician Andres Iniesta and what he gave to the entire nation of Spain. But while Iniesta brought a nation to tears of